I'm so bad I can bitch slap a backhanded compliment. This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. I have some spatial footage for you guys today. I have a surprise for you guys today that involves Eric Spoto benching like a madman. This is going to be video number 1150. 1150 free videos for free. How is that for a guy who doesn't give back to the powerlifting community? Somebody actually said that to the People's Coach. Unbelievable. Somebody actually doesn't like this hat. There's actually haters of the People's Coach. I know that's tough to believe. But somebody also said that I sold out to CrossFit, which is really strange because I don't work with CrossFit. I don't work for CrossFit. In fact, I don't work for anybody but myself. I don't work for Reebok. I don't work for Rogue. I don't work for anybody, any bigwigs in corporate America. I have nobody to answer to but myself. When there's questions to be answered, when the shit hits the fan, I go like this. And it all comes back around to myself. Anyway, let's get to this special footage for today of Eric Spoto smashing, absolutely smashing, 705 pounds not only once but twice. He messes it up the first time by moving his little chubby feet around, and he fixes it up the second time and does a much cleaner, much better lift. He smashed it both times, but he pitter-patters his feet around. You'll see it in the footage. You're going to see a lot of his warm-ups as well, 485, 595, 645. And then 705 performed for 2 sets of 1. And then he overloads with the slingshot from howmuchyoubench.net, utilizing the Mad Dog slingshot, which is the most extreme slingshot there is. He's also wearing the Slinger wraps. Had to plug all that in there. Eric's really digging the products. And I actually got him a new wrist wrap that's going to be coming out in a few months. But I want to share with you some of the information Eric shared with me about his training and his training style. Keep in mind, he's a guy that comes from a repetition background. And so when you see these the haters on the YouTubes, there's a lot of haters out there on him that say he's not locking weights out, and he's not touching his chest, he's not doing this, not doing that. Well, he will do that come competition time for sure. And he's been practicing that more in his training now. But the reason why he was doing that with higher repetition work was because he likes to get a flow going, and he likes to hit a certain groove, and he likes to get these high repetition sets in. And he also doesn't like the strain that it puts on his elbow and the strain that it puts on his shoulders. He comes from an arm wrestling background as well, so you can imagine the guy's elbows are probably beat to hell, you know? So that's kind of the reason why you're going to see some of those partial range of motion. But when he does the 705 on here, you're going to see he fully locks it out. He does 755 in the slanger. He actually holds it for 5 seconds at the top. That's some stuff he's been doing lately to help increase his lockout, to help work his lockout. He's also switched his extensions out with, not hair extensions, he switched his extensions out with some board pressing. And again, that's to kind of work that lockout, but also stay away from putting too much stress on the elbows. Some other things he likes to do, he likes to train his bench press twice a week. He goes heavy on one day and goes lighter on the other. It seems like he really pushes it real heavy for about 2 weeks in a row on his max day, and then he seems to back off slightly, which backing off for him is like 585 for 5 reps or something like that. But the other thing he likes to do, likes to work his shoulders a lot. He does a lot of rotator cuff work. My boy Creed told me that he's seen him take a 120-pound fixed dumbbell and just, smash on doing Cuban presses with it. Fixed 120-pound fixed barbell. And that is an extreme amount of weight for a Cuban press. I've done them before and only used like 65 pounds. The Cuban press is where you do an upright row to here, and then you externally rotate back and up until the weight's kind of slightly overhead. So you rotate back here. I almost hit my cockometer that Jesse Burdick actually bought my wife. That sounded weird. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Enjoy this footage. He absolutely smashes these weights. You're also going to see he does a cool down set with 485 pounds where he just blasts it out for like 9 million reps. one more note that I had was to watch his form and watch his technique and see how he gets himself so tight that he barely touches his chest and then fires the weights back up. In some cases, he's not touching his chest, but for the most part, with the heavier weights, he's touching his chest. Notice how tight he's keeping himself. Notice the form. I noticed that he could probably keep his elbows in a little bit more, just so that when those weights get heavy, he's got some room to throw those elbows back out to nail that lockout. But he's going to come to Super Training Gym May 19th to break the record, to break the all-time bench record. I'm confident he's going to do it. He has to do 716 pounds to break Scott Mendelson's 715. But to be honest with you, I think this guy is a machine, and I think he's capable of a lot more. Wouldn't shock me at all to see him do 733 pounds or so. Enjoy the footage.
Do that again. There's too many girls.
Wow.